boons in Guild Wars 2 are super powerful and super fun, but which ones are the best ones? Which ones are the most overpowered? Which ones are so overpowered that honestly shouldn't be in the game? Let's go through them and which ones are the most fun. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. And let's get into it. So, here we have all of the boons. First, we're gonna go through which ones are the most overpowered, then the ones that are most fun. Let's go first for protection, okay? This is insanely overpowered. 33% less damage overall, okay? Especially when you can have this uptime the entirety of the game and the entirety of the fights with a good healer. This should be deleted for the game. This, honestly, is one of the most overpowered broken boons ever made. Imagine in your video game, guys, you have permanently 33% damage reduction. Why even have this in the first place? You could literally just delete it, nerf every boss, every attack in the entire game for 30%, and you'll be literally the same thing. And yes, maybe one time back in the day, this boon was balanced because you could actually only have it in certain moments, but right now that's not the case. You can have it permanently. So is it a problem of protection being something that is indeed just permanently in there? Yes. If it wasn't permanently in there, honestly, this would be an S1. It would be very, very good, but at the same time, it wouldn't be broken and shouldn't be deleted from the game. But, you know, this is not the world we're living, you know, do we? Fury and Might. I mean, these ones, I think they're very, very powerful too. I think I'm gonna put them both at the same spot. But honest, because they just make you do more damage, right? You know, one gives you more power damage and condition damage, one gives you more crit chance, right? But the thing is that same thing as protection, they don't really do anything, right? They're just there, right? They're just there, and you need to get them in order to do as much damage as you can. They're not a burst, they're just permanently there. And that kind of sucks, right? Like, there's really nothing interesting about them, and they're not super overpowered. But honestly, they should be deleted from the game. Like, what's even the point in having them? There's, you know, they do so much more damage. It's not really something that you could say that the game doesn't get broken for this, right? But it's just something that is very, very powerful and makes every class have 100% crit chance and insane amount of damage. And without it, you're gonna just be completely useless, right? Same thing is gonna be for alacrity and quickness, and honestly, this should be deleted from the game. Okay, having permanent cooldown reduction all the time, having all your skills be absolutely super fast, double as fast when you have quickness, and having all these things permanently in the game, it's not healthy for the game. It makes the entire game just, you know, if you don't have these boons, you can't play the game. Just like the other ones, but this one are so much more powerful. And the entire meta and the way that we do LFG and we create groups is based upon these two boons, right? If these boons were, you know, as I said before, were just something that you can use at certain moments and they have a good big cooldown, yes, this would be like an A tier. It would be very, very powerful, but it would be balanced. It would be okay, but that's not the case. Actually, let's go here and put balanced. Okay, that's good. A is balanced. Okay. I like that. All right. Yeah, perfect. That's good. Wait. Oh, God. I got this wrong. Oh, my God. I'm so stupid. This is protection. Why did I put Aegis on this? I put the wrong... I put the wrong icon on it. Okay, let's just move on and just pretend that that didn't happen. We already talked about protection, okay? Now, the actual shield, guys. Aegis, okay? I got confused. Let's go for Aegis, okay? Aegis. Also, well, Aegis honestly is very powerful. Should it be deleted from the game? Not really. You don't really have Aegis permanently as you do protection and all these other things. You have it a lot, and honestly should be nerfed. I don't think it's balanced at all. You have it way too much. It should be something that you can use very sparingly. Hey, you see an attack that everyone is, you know, in a bad situation. They can dodge it. We're doing something else. We need some support. Boom. Use the Aegis. And now you used it, and now you know they're not going to be used for a while. Right now, the entire game is balanced around Aegis. You have it permanently. You know, there's so many attack spams because you have Aegis. Essentially, Arena are forced to create encounters that just permanently do attacks that you cannot dodge in order for you to not get your Aegis. If Aegis didn't exist, honestly, the game will be so much more interesting, way less spammy. It will be so much more fun. I don't think it's like it shouldn't be deleted for the game. Not really. It should just be lowered in terms of like how much you can use it, and the entire game should be reworked around it. But yeah, I mean, there you go. Okay, next, let's go for some of the ones that are not as good. Bigger, honestly, I think bigger is fine. To having more dodges, I think that's okay. To have more endurance recuperation. Rejuvenation, I don't know how you say it. Regardless, to have a bit more of that is fine. Now you do have a bit too much vigor right now in the game, I think, especially with things like Herald permanently having it. But the concept of I think it's very good. Swiftness, I think, is the same thing. It's almost too powerful because of the fact that you do have things like Herald that you always have swiftness with. But I don't think it's really there yet. Now, I think it's like something that it's so overpowered that, you know, not having it is just horrible, right? And also you have the version of it that is super speed, right? Super speed is kind of balanced, right? You have your swiftness, okay, that maybe it's permanent, but then you have super speed on top of it that does feel like, woo, I just became faster, which is how every boon should work and feel. And by having this two different types of swiftness, I think it makes it so it is indeed something like that is indeed balanced. And honestly, in some ways, I wish that, you know, other boons like this work like that. We would have like, I don't know, super quickness that makes you actually feel faster for just a little bit. Super protection that gives you like 50% protection just for a little bit, right? I think those things kind of make you feel more powerful while at the same time not being super unbalanced. Now, of course, you would have to balance the game around it, but yeah, there you go. Next one we have. Wait, which one is this one? Resolution, okay? Resolution, honestly, I think it's pretty balanced. It's like protection, right? You have your incoming conditions by 32%. But the thing is, like, you know, that's kind of okay. Like, conditions can be cleansed, right? Ideally, yeah, it's nice to have resolution in order to have the 33% less damage done to you when you have your conditions, but you can just cleanse them out as well. So, yeah, you can choose to just take it. But also, it's kind of nice that you end up having, you know, you have two choices. Use resolution to have less damage done to you, or you have the other option, which is indeed to just cleanse them, right? So it kind of works out pretty nicely, I think. I think it's pretty cool in this regard. It's a cool little boon. Now, should you have a permanent resolution? Probably not. Maybe one spec can do this for themselves because they don't have any condi cleanse. I think that's probably okay as long as they only give it to themselves. But to have healers that give permanent resolution, not really. So definitely very, very powerful in that regard as well. Rejuvenation, I think is S tier as well. Having permanent, just a lot of healing done to you just by having this boon is very, very powerful. And by the fact that you healers can, you know, provide this to a boon to squads permanently, it just makes it so there's no point, right? Rejuvenation should be something that you trigger when you have below health and you're like, oh, pog, I'm gonna heal for more faster. That's good, but having it permanently, not really. So I think it is a bit unbalanced. Stability should be deleted for the game. Stability it has the same problems as everything here. It should be something that you can only use at certain moments. And you know what? I would put it on an S, just like Aegis, because it's a bit reactive. But the problem is that it's too powerful, right? There's so many, like in fractals, guys, having stability is so insanely overpowered. You can just ignore every mechanic in the entire game by doing this, right? Like every mechanic on fractals. And that just makes every fractal just completely just... bleh. No, not good. Not fun at all, and very much makes it so most of the encounters just don't work anymore. And it should never be the case that, oh yes, should I dodge that attack? Should I interact with the mechanic? No, actually, I'm just gonna press a lot of stab and be okay with that. No, boring, not good. Okay, cringe. Okay, so no, I don't think stability is something that I think it should be deleted from the game, or at least heavily nerfed. And then we have the last one, resistance. Resistance is among the temporarily neutralizes negative effects caused by non-damaging conditions. So if you get any of these abilities, blinded, chilled, crippled, fear, immobilized, slow, taunt, vulnerability, and weakness, you get yourself, it doesn't work on you. I think that's actually very good design. I think it's actually pretty cool. Obviously, it should be reactive. You see, oh my god, this person is gonna stun me or something, it's gonna fear me or something like that, or I don't want to be feared or any of these things happening to me right now, I'm gonna use this, right? The design I think is actually very, very good. It's not inherently overpowered. I think it's actually a great design, and it's not like something that you have permanently all the time either. And it's only usable in certain situations, which is what you want boons to be, situational. But yeah, there you go. I don't think there's any bad. There's no, guys. There's absolutely no bad boon. All of them are insanely good. Even saying that these ones are balanced is a bit unrealistic, but because they're almost all the time permanent, but they're the bestly designed ones that could indeed, just by lowering the boon time uptime on this one's, balance. So I think it's the correct way of doing it. Yeah. And now for fun, this one is gonna be interesting. I think this is gonna be like, in the perfect world, how interesting and fun and cool this boons are. Aegis and stability, I think both are insanely fun. The fact that you can block an attack or ignore a very specific attack that you know that will be affected by these boons, because of having these boons in a very specific situation, it's great gameplay. It's absolutely fun. It's great. And if they were able to be balanced in that way, this game would be so much better. So absolutely the pinnacle of fun in Guild Wars 2, I think. And honestly, modern MMOs should have things like this, you know, balanced correctly, but they should. Protection, boring. No, actually, it's okay. It's like less damage reduction. I mean, more damage reduction for very specific moments when you know you're gonna take a lot of damage. Kind of fun. Okay, the same thing happens with resistance, right? That's resistance. Sorry, resolution. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Resolution. Just for incoming damage for conditions. I think those two things are kind of cool. You know, hey, you go in there. You know that you're gonna get memed with very specific attacks. Use them situationally. Use them reactively. I'm not gonna get affected by that too much. That is very, very cool design. It's not the most original design ever. Every MMO has this. But if these things were things that you can actually press one time, get, you know, as a cooldown, I think it would be very, very good. Fury, boring. Okay, what even is Fury? Okay, it makes no sense. It's probably one of the worst boons. Like, imagine having a boon that, because this is designed, Fury was kind of designed to be there permanently, because you wanted to hit 100% crit chance at all times. Imagine having this boon that you are forced to use it all the time, and it is needed for your build to work. I absolutely hate it. Fury could be fun if everyone was at 75% and everyone just, you know, press Fury in 1 second and you pulled all the boons, Fury and Might and quickness and blah blah to do an insane amount of damage instantly. Yeah, sure. But I don't think Fury was actually designed that way. Maybe I'm wrong because I don't remember that well. But I feel like crit chance was something that you wanted to like consider. And honestly, I don't like the fact that like you could have crit chance 100%, right, with a build, and you would have to choose whether, okay, do I have crit chance at 75%? So I can get advantage for Fury, or do I get it at 100%? So, so I have permanently crit damage, 100% crit damage, even without Fury. It's a weird thing. I don't really like the fact that you have to make that choice in terms of design. So I really don't think it's good. Might, quickness, and alacrity, we're gonna put it on S. It's very, very fun, I think, to actually just blast and be like, everyone coordinate. Boom, let's put all of our damaging boons together and blast for the burst, okay? Quickness, alacrity, might, in this case Fury, I guess, as well. Let's fucking blast and do all the damage. You know, I think the design is actually very fun. You can see this in Warper's World, blast might and all this other stuff. I think that's actually very, very cool, but that's not the world we live in. But the design of it, I think it's fine. It's not the most creative thing. Every other MMO has things like this, but it makes you feel very powerful, and I think that's actually very cool. All right, swiftness. Swiftness is honestly insanely fun. I like the idea of making everyone around you a bit faster. Super speed as well, I think, and especially in huge bursts. It is kind of a scary thing, especially now where, you know, sometimes you don't want to be super fast, but you're kind of forced by the other person. So the design, maybe I should put it on S, because that kind of leads to weird situations instead of, you know, being perfect all the time. But I think it's actually a very, very cool idea. And I think it's very fun to play with that and make yourself feel very, very fast. Rejuvenation, I mean, It's just A. It's like, oh, you heal yourself more. That's fun. Cool. Defensive, just like protection. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. Probably more fun than protection because this is very reactively. You take damage and then you use it. So that's actually pretty cool. Vigor is a very situational one, actually, I think. You don't need all the time. Actually, no. Vigor is actually kind of S. It's like, hey, you know that you're going to dodge a lot. Use this, okay? You're gonna use it so you can recover more, so you can dodge more. I think actually that's kind of a cool design. I really like it. Honestly, all boons are very well designed. Except Fury. Fury sucks. And then you have Resistance, okay, the last one. That prevents from any of these conditions to be applied to you. Honestly, this one? Oof. Which one? Where would it be? I think it's insanely fun. I think it's actually very cool that it only affects these specific types of conditions, and you use them just for this ones. You have to have the knowledge that these are the things that they're going to use, and you have to have knowledge that when to use them preemptively as well. I think that's actually great design, and I really like it if it's situational. I think, honestly, I really hope that Guild Wars 3 does have things like this that are very much like this ability has it, and that's it. And they have a good amount of cooldown, so you know that when they use it, you can lose them for longer. But Boons, in terms of an idea, is actually very good, and I'm kind of sad that they have, they have come to the place that they are right now. They could be so much better, and man, it kind of sucks that now we just can't have that because they're all permanent. But that's about it. I think boons are great. I think these are the boons that I really like. I think this is the reasons why I really like them, and I want to know what you guys think about these boons. Why you think I'm wrong about things and whatever. And subscribe to the channel for more Guild Wars 2 content like this. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. Go to my Qualify if you want to support my content. And see you around. Love you all. Bye.